Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Nina from the South and West, back with another video.
One more time, I think I see the fire in your eyes.
So you can already see from the title what I'm gonna talk to you about. So let me actually get right into it quick. No, let me actually come on, see English. Let me get into it real quick. The funniest thing is I've been wanting to do this video for a hot minute, and I just was always doing something else, and then I went and injured myself with this piercings of mine. And so I was like, okay, maybe that's God's way of telling me, one, to change my ball because I've been wanting to change it for a hot minute, two, get rid of the piercing period, and three, film a video. I just took those signs. What I'm gonna do with it, we will see. As I just said, I injured myself, right? I have hard hands. I do things roughly, right? So I'm brushing my teeth, bam, 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 and I'm just brushing my teeth bare hard, like. And do you know what happened? My smiley, it got caught on the inside. Yeah, it got caught on like one of the balls of the smiley, and so it yanked. When I tried to open my mouth, not realizing it had caught for that split second, it pulled it all the way up, and the inside cut. And like it was bleeding, but it was bleeding for a very short time. Because of that, I was like, right, like piercings are actually a bit mad. But yeah, I only have 3 oral piercings. I have a smiley. I'm not sure you can see it. I don't have a gummy smile, so you can't really see it unless you really make me laugh hard. I have a Frowny, and I have my Labret. Okay, so my Frowny was the first piercing I got. I got that about 3 years ago, I think. Time has flown by you. And in regards to the pain, it's going to be similar to the smiley in that it's the same kind of tissue that's being pierced through, so it wasn't anything mad. The pain was like, you know, the discomfort you get when you stick your tongue out for too long, like you stretch your tongue out for too long, you start to feel that discomfort on that, you know, that area, the frenulum, the lower frenulum, would I call it, because I think they're both called frenulum. And I'd say I only felt the discomfort for maybe a week. I don't even know. It really didn't hurt that much. It's not that deep. My smiley has never given me any issues, and so I'm just gonna assume it wouldn't be like that for you lot as well. But maybe you've had, oh wait, I remember when I used to work at McDonald's. I remember one of my colleague friends, whatever, she had a smiley. But one time she came to work and she didn't have it. I was like, where's your smiley gone? She was like, she had to take it out because she actually didn't have enough space, and so it migrated down, and if it had gone down any further, it would have split her skin there. And I was like, I think she said that because she actually went to the same person that I went to, so that's why I was like, oh wow, you're having issues with it. But the piercing person, whatever, should have told her that she didn't have enough space, and they didn't, so she had to get it removed, and she's not going to get it pierced again. So you need to check. I don't know how you check. I'm sure the piercing person will have experience with knowing whose one will have enough space for it to stay in, and even if it does migrate, it won't come out. But I didn't have any issues with migration with neither of my piercings. But yeah, just check that out, innit? For me, the Frowny is the most like high maintenance piercing in that it's not hard for, what is it, the calcium deposits or whatever to like get onto your piercing. And when I first got it, I feel like maybe I just did insufficient research because I never saw anything or anybody talk about getting those deposits stuck onto your metal and like having to clean it. Because when you brush your teeth regularly, I don't know about you, but when I'm brushing like my mouth area, I don't brush the frenulum under my tongue. I don't know, maybe you're supposed to do that, but I didn't before. Only now that I have this piercing, I actually brush that area, because if you don't, then it collects. And I was so stupid. I was thinking, is it gum stuck there or something? I didn't even know what it was, but because I think I just looked up on like white thing on piercing or something like that, and then it came up. I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I would recommend to ask for like a long rod. I don't know how many millimeters my rod is, but ask for a long rod, because then you can put it in between your teeth and you can wash it properly, and you can scrub the ball and, you know, where the rod meets the ball, because it collects really easily around there. So ask for a long rod. Another issue, or something I would recommend, is to not get a coloured piercing for your Frowny. So when I first got it, of course I got the regular metal, silver, whatever it is. Then I changed twice to neon pink and neon green, which it looks so good, but the wahala it brings is really not worth it. So because at first I didn't realize what it was, I would just get it changed when it started to build up a bit too much. So I got it changed to, I think, the pink one or whatever, and then I just decided I wanted a change, so I got the green one. Do you know what happened? The coating that was on the rod started to break apart in my mouth. Can you imagine? It started to break apart, and so like the edges of the rod would be a bit sharp because it would be a bit broken, right? And so that was like poking on my frenulum, on the skin. It was poking that tissue, and so of course it was getting really irritated. You know, the skin is really thin. It doesn't take a lot to, you know, irritate it. So it swelled up very big, as in you can see the rod. You can see that there's space on either side. It was so swollen that you could not even see, you could hardly see the balls on the side. It was so swollen. So much pain is what it is. So painful. Oh my gosh, it's really painful. And it's like you still need to like keep that area clean, but even brushing it just makes you want to be shaking anyhow. It's really horrible. So after that I changed to my metal one, and I haven't changed it since. I just make sure to brush it regularly, and I don't know, I think maybe because it was just like the regular ones from the tattoo the piercing shop, whatever, so maybe it was a bit cheap. Maybe if you get like an expensive coated one, then it won't break apart, because I didn't have any issues with my first colored coated piercing, so maybe it was just the manufacturer. I don't know what happened there, but that pain was something serious. It was so swollen. Now onto my labret. You can see it right here. So my labret, yeah, it was the worst piercing for me, to be expected, because it pierces through like normal skin. So I was expecting wahala, but it gave me more wahala than I was still expecting. So with my labret, when I got it done, I've had it for about two years, I think. I hope this timeline is correct, but I just was making sure to wait. I would advise you as well to just wait for one piercing till and then get the next one, unless you're getting them done at the same time. I don't know, but just wait, man. So I got my labret pierced, right? And the woman put the rod that she put, I already knew it wouldn't be long enough. I don't know, something just told me like, make sure to get a really long rod, because I'd already experienced all that wahala and like the swelling and needing a long rod to like, just in case with the swelling and stuff. I already knew I wanted a long rod, but she didn't even ask me like, but I got it done in Peckham, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, she put the rod in, and then I looked at it and I was like, why is it so short? I was like, no, I think this is too short. She took it out and then she re-pierced the thing. I said, chai, oh my gosh. She really re-pierced it. Instead of her to ask me in the beginning how long I want the rod. The pain, it was quite painful, but it's like, you don't want to get poked anywhere else, so you will just stay still. I was just there like, with my mouth open, like that. What was the pain like? Maybe a 6.5 out of 10, because it's like a burst of pain, but it wasn't like mad, but it was just that concentrated pain for that period of time. It was a bit mad, but it wasn't so bad that when she took out the piercing and I saw she was gonna go again, I was like, no. I still just was like, oh, okay. She pierced it, everything's good. I'm so mad because I went to Nando's right after getting my piercing. Like, why would I want to go and be eating and I've just got a piercing? But I enjoyed that food, sure. They didn't allow people to actually come in. So she's done it, she's put the bar, everything, whatever through. In that short space of me saying thank you, and walking to the front, it had already swollen up so much. When I got to the front, my friend was like, I was like, how does it look? She was like, where is it? It was literally like, that's how it was. Because my mouth was so swollen, you literally could not see the ball. It was making me, you know, talk a bit funny because my mouth was so swollen, but like the pain wasn't anything bad after it had been put through. Then to clean for all of them, of course, I just use salt water, and then for my labret, I would actually gargle salt water, of course, but then I'd also like get a bowl and like dip my mouth into the salt water just to get the front parts. But I'm thinking, yeah, everything is cool, this person's gonna heal well. I was reading some rubbish sites that were saying like 1 month or something, or okay, maybe for some people 1 month, but no, it took me more than half a year for it to heal. So I'm doing my salt waters, and they say not to like wash your face properly because, you know, the skin will keep on getting wet and so it won't heal. So I'd be like using my face cloths, but then I think after like maybe like less than a month, I was like, no, I want to wash my face properly. So I'd be washing my face properly, and so that skin was getting wet, and of course when I'm talking, the rod is moving and stuff, so it's like I was just always irritating the skin, and there's nobody for me to blame. I should have just followed it as it was, but I mean, we're here today and we're good, so I guess it wasn't that bad, innit? But it could have been bad. I've seen some mad pictures, it could have been bad. So, and I kind of did my salt water, but then I'll start doing it every now and then. Like I definitely wasn't doing it every time I ate after a month. I wasn't. So I guess it got an infection because I started to get like pus coming out, like it would be all down the rod. Like it was so mad, and I knew that this is showing me that I have an infection and I need to remove it and let it heal. And I wanted to go to the doctor, but I also knew they would just told me to take it out and let it heal, and I didn't want to take it out. So I said, this person will stay and my body will combat this whatever pathogen or whatever wahala is in there, because I'm not removing it. That was very stubborn of me, but I would just take a cotton bud, clean it. I bought some antiseptic cream from like Poundland. I don't even think it did anything, and I would put the cream with a cotton bud and I would wipe it around there. But then after this was of course after I would start to see the pus, because I was like, okay, no, I actually need to take it seriously. I don't know how long I did that for, but the pus was there it was for months. It was constantly pussing, but now of course perfectly fine, healed perfectly fine. When I take it out, there is a hole and it is a little bit darker, of course, but it's nothing mad. Like, yeah, I think that was it. If you firm it, hopefully anyways, it'll be fine. You can just firm it. That means always gallivanting at random times of night. But yeah, that's it. I hope that helped. Okay. So yeah, I hope that helped. No, but like, yeah, you'll be fine. It's not that deep. The pain don't last for that long. Just make sure to follow all the aftercare and you'll be fine. See ya.